Hey everyone, Ryan Grant here. Yeah, it's me again, once again on your screen, mate. I know you can't get away from me. In today's video, I'm going to be going over how to make it through the rough days, alright? How to find, you know, how to ignite that inner fire and that desire to get stuff done that you need to do when you don't necessarily feel like doing it, alright? But before we get into this, I'm going to make this video as quick as possible, but before we get into this, I would love it if I could invite you guys to my very own free community where we help guys, skinny guys in particular, bulk and gain muscle as efficiently as possible. And to show you guys that I've been there myself and that I know the process inside out, this was me in 2021 at 15 years old, weighing just 51 kilos, very, very skinny, very, very weak. And now in 2024, just under 4 years later, at 9 years old, 9 years old, sorry, pretty jacked 9 year old, 19 years old, this is how I'm looking now. And I've gained 25 kilos over this period, and I want to help guys do the exact same thing. So if you're interested in that and that ticks all your boxes, then I'd absolutely love to see you in there. But enough of the waff, let's get into this video. Basically, a little mindset hack to have when you don't necessarily feel like doing stuff. So when we wake up sometimes, every single day is not necessarily like sunshines and rainbows. One day we may be feeling absolutely amazing. Monday morning you may wake up, have an absolutely amazing day, feeling amazing, and then on Tuesday, the very next morning, you maybe feel completely different. Right? We don't have any control of our motivation and all of this good stuff, but we need to find a way to, regardless of our levels of motivation, overcome that and still do the things that we need to do, even if we don't feel like it. And one thing that I've really like to think about on days where I don't necessarily feel like doing things is finding motivation and not having motivation. And that may sound very confusing, but let me explain it to you, my friend. What I mean about finding motivation in this situation is because when we don't feel like doing stuff, it becomes a lot harder to get done, right? This is what you need to use to your advantage. You need to use this to ignite that fire inside you and that desire to just do whatever it takes, whether you feel like it or not, right? Because it's harder, you've got to just think about, if I get this done, I'm going to become a much better person, right? These are the tests that test me to see whether I'm deserving of becoming the person I want to become, right? And in relation to the gym and this mindset switch, what I really like to think about is a lot of the time, well, not a lot of the time, but sometimes, well, every single time where I don't necessarily feel like going to the gym, because we don't all have sessions where we feel like going every single time. There are some sessions where we sort of couldn't really think of anything worse to do than go to the gym, but we know we need to go to the gym. What I like to think about is, I personally train at 7:30 in the morning. When I wake up at 6:30 and I feel like, oh, really can't be asked, right? But I know I should go. Well, I think I find motivation in not having motivation. What I do to do this is I'm thinking in my head, every other motherfucker around me wouldn't do what I'm about to do. Every other motherfucker would go to bed. But I'm going to get up, I'm going to get in that cold shower, I'm going to go and have my meal downstairs, and even though I don't feel like it, I'm going to drive to the gym and push fucking hard and do what I need to do in order to grow. And I think a lot of people wouldn't do that, because that's true. A lot of people wouldn't do what I'm doing. And another thing I think about as well is, obviously I don't think about competition and all that stuff, but I think about all the other successful people in life, and I think about all the people I look up to. What would they do in this situation, right? And this just gives me motivation in a situation where my motivation is meant to be pretty low, right? I'm basically just acting against it and sort of proving it wrong, right? So that is the little mindset switch that I wanted to go over in this video. As I told you, I wanted to keep it as brief as possible. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope you guys are going to find motivation in not having motivation. When you wake up or when you're about to go to the gym and you don't feel like it, think about how any other motherfucker around you would turn back and get into bed. But you're going to do what's right. Even though it's tough, you're going to get it done, and this is going to make you a much better person. And every time you don't necessarily feel like doing something, come back to this video and find that motivation and not having motivation. So if you guys have enjoyed this video, it would genuinely mean a lot to me if you guys could drop a like, a comment, any constructive criticism, any constructive feedback for my videos, anything you liked, anything you didn't like, so I can make my channel a lot better for you guys going forward.